Sorry, folks, for a little bit of technical difficulty there. One of our fine producers on another stream decided he wanted to overwrite me, so that's definitely not going to fly with us here tonight. as we're back on the green flag, unfortunately. Sorry about that, everybody. But we are 11 out of 80 laps so far. And I believe we were talking about sponsors last time around, but it looks like Darren's staff is kind of falling back to the third place there. Is this kind of his normal driving style here, John, or is he really a leader?
Nah, his I'm not sure if he's still a teammate or not, but Parker Collins, his teammate over in High Octane, he was the go-to guy last year. Whenever I broadcast, it seemed like him and Parker and Tiny Dog Motorsports, their team over there, really dominated. So Darian's usually inside the top 5.
Okay, yeah, because we kind of seem to be caught under a little bit of caution here. Not quite sure what we got caught up in there, but we kind of fell off there.
I didn't see what happened on that one.
Yeah, we kind of fell off there, unfortunately, right there toward the end. But it looks like Bloodstone Farmer might be a few laps down here, unfortunately. So we have to keep an eye out for some of our drivers out here. I was gonna say, it looks like 62 might have a little rear end damage there. Yep.
And he's pitting too. He's going in the pits.
Yeah, it looks like he's going ahead and coming down pit road. So.
How about that racingschool.net? I mean, they're one of our sponsors tonight, and you can take a car of your choice out on the track.
I know. I'd be excited about that. You know, maybe get a Craftsman Series truck or a late model out there. That'd be pretty sweet. I'd like to see that. You know, take one of those things around, because I mean, if instead of just sitting in the stands and you know, kind of watching this sort of deal, you know, you might have the chance of going ahead and you know, driving one yourself, and then you kind of get a little more of a. I think you get a little more of a respect for the sport, honestly.
Yeah, I think I would go with the modified. You know, the old Northeast modified tour. I mean,
no, more of the open wheel, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, lighter car, a little more nimble, and you're kind of able to slice around here. So as we take a little bit of the chat here, check that. Edward Marshall, 62, always has rear end damage. So he's. Looks like Burke out there has a little bit, has a fan base for the rear bumper of his vehicle here tonight.
So is this their first race of the season, or is this just?
Yes, this will be actually the first race of their season here tonight. So they're going to be racing for points, and then we're going to they're kind of getting a good feel for each other. So I think you're going to see some tumble ups here tonight. You know, guys. A little uncertain of how each other drive. You got a few new guys here to the league, and ones that share in their modified as well, the open wheel. So you'll see, you know, kind of the new and the old, and what people are used to or not. So I think it was a popular decision to go ahead with the late models here, as I believe we're about to go back on the green flag.
That 7 car got a pretty good restart on that outside lane over Darian.
Yeah, looks like Cody Nelson. Yeah, got a good jump. That's a 78's definitely giving that 48 a good push there on the back. Marcus Zacurdo. He's going to go ahead and getting pushed around, but yeah, nice seeing the going too wide here. Keeping guys in contention, kind of keeping, trying not to rub each other out, because it's going to get pretty tight here. They're going to start running out of room.
Yeah, one thing you don't want to do is be side by side, because you'll lose pace with the leader real quick.
This team seems to have a pretty good line going.
Let's see the 15 here, and you kind of see everybody's kind of single file, so it's nice seeing everybody kind of taking it easy, kind of chilling out, and then try, you know, kind of give a good feel out for this track, because like we were discussing before, with it being a colder track, it's going to be hard to keep these cars tacked up.
Have either one of you ever been to Thompson?
I could not even tell you what state it is in.
Yeah.
I'm a Northeast girl. I can't hear that. Thompson's in Connecticut, just so you know.
Learn something new.
See? It's actually at the bottom of the state. It's all good.
Well, I am 3 hours from Gateway, 3 hours from Indianapolis, 3 hours from Kentucky Speedway. So, and about 3 or 4 hours from Nashville.
I'm about 25 minutes from New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Ah.
The Northeast and me.
Huh.
What
yeah.
car are we in right now,
We're
actually?
in the 48 car of Matt Zaccardo. As we're looking at him going around the track here, and we're kind of trying to get a good feeling for the banking here at Thompson Speedway here. As it's kind of flat, you're able to get up to a little bit of speed, kind of get the RPMs up there, but it's not. It's really flat. So you see, you kind of having to let out a lot earlier to kind of get the car to roll into these turns, because you see the car. A lot of the drivers out here, you see them kind of trying to fight into the turn. The banking helps out at a lot of these other turns, and it's just, yeah, it's gonna be tough. I would expect a whole lot of right front tire wear here, and these guys not being able to stay stuck around for very long.
One thing I've noticed though is these cars look a little bit loose coming off corner exit, and they gotta burp that throttle a little bit to save their car from spinning around.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And so for some of the racers out there who aren't used to the lingo, when you're saying coming out of the turn, you kind of got to burp that throttle. Go into a little more detail for me.
Your back end just gets a little loose and your car wants to stick out, and you kind of want to get off the gas just a split second and get back in it to save the car from spinning around. You see that a lot on some of these tracks where you just get loose, either coming into the turn or off. It's just where the back end of the car wants to spin around on you.
Yeah, and it's very hard to get traction. In these late models, they seem to be a very high RPM, fast spinning car. You don't have a whole lot of weight to them, and once you get up there, then they'll want to kind of take off out from under you. So, have either one of you kind of raced around the late models at all?
I cannot say I have.
I've been around them. I was the PR chick, as everybody puts it. I've dealt with them, and one of my good friends actually still races a late model. They are something definitely to see. Some of them, it's that tightening and loosening. It's just getting it dialed in, really. And every track is different. You've got to have the right crew chief to know what track you're going at and look at other teams' notes if you haven't raced there, and really just dialing in a car, obviously for Thompson, and being a flat track, you've got to set the car up completely different.
Yeah, and and they're really weird. The aerodynamics are a little different on these cars than what you would see with a normal Cup car. Is you got really more of a shovel face to these cars, and then they kind of hump up really high up to the front tires, which makes it a little difficult for any kind of drafting. That's why most of these cars are used for short tracks. You're not bump drafting in these, because you'll end up just scooping the rear end of the car in front of you and kind of getting them turned around. So you do see these a lot for the short tracks, but it's a good way for new drivers to get started, is being able to learn how brake bias works, and being able how to race around other people, and you're not really fighting or learning that much of the draft, so to speak. As we go here to Thomas Melnick Holland, as I believe his paint job, he has is that Haunter, one of the Pokemon?
I can't tell, but it looks like he's got some burn-in damage maybe, or that might be the lighting.
Yeah, I mean, he got a little something up there in the right front. I noticed that. See if we can take a peek out that way. I believe Thomas here is running the 7th position. So he's having a kind of a little bit of a rough night tonight. Notice I believe he's the last car that's here on the lead lap, and he's about 10 seconds off the lead there. So that damage may be causing him a little bit of trouble hanging out here in the back. So seeing that we're going, I believe, almost 18 laps or so, you know, under green flag. I mean, these guys are able to pull away and really kind of capitalize on the way they were qualifying.
Yeah, qualifying at this track is so important at a short track. You just want to get that track position, stay up front, be near the leader.
Yeah, and as we're taking a quick look here at Cody Nelson, just kind of rocking around the track here, as you see his rotors are starting to kind of glow red there. So you definitely see he's kind of pretty hard on those brakes, trying to get turned around here. But that's where we're discussing how these flat tracks. Man, I was gonna say, you know, this track almost reminds me of Lucas Oil Speedway a little bit.
Doesn't Lucas Oil have a little bit of a banking?
A little bit, yeah. I'm just trying to think of something that's somewhat close.
I was like, doesn't it have like a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit. And I know it's probably a little bit, you know, more narrow, but you see a lot of the modifieds running there. But seeing these guys trying to take full-size cars on this one is on such a flat track. I mean, you hear some of the Cup drivers out there, you know, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin. They don't really appreciate Martinsville because it's more of a paperclip shape and it's so flat, you know, and it takes such a toll on the driver themselves being able to turn the wheel and fight the car into position. And you know, on these short tracks, when you're starting to get stacked up, you know, 1-3 deep, and you got nowhere to go, the guy in front of you is not going any faster, the guy behind you wants to go faster as well, and that's how people start getting in a tumble up here. I believe Darren Staff might be actually trying to make a move here on Cody Nelson.
Yeah, he's put the bumper to him right there. He's going to go in the inside here and try to make this pass going down into turn 1.
Yeah, so we got a battle for the lead. Yeah, I kind of like that. Now that was a little bit of a experience move, as you kind of go up there, kind of bump him in the back a little bit and loosen him up. and the key is not to bump him too hard, right?
Yeah, you don't want to wreck the guy.
Yeah, but
the old bump and run.
yeah, but you want to let him know you're there and keep him honest. So yeah, you try to make a run at him there, but he's kind of falling off there. He's about just a little under half a second there, so he's kind of giving him a little room. As I believe the 15 car, Jeff Clifton, he might try to go ahead and make a move on Darren there. But yeah, I was gonna say these top 4 cars, they're all within about a second of each other from 1st to 4th. So these guys are. I'm wondering if these are our veteran drivers up here. I know Jeff Clifton, I believe he races NSRA League with me, and I know he gets a little frustrated out there. So I would keep an eye out there, kind of look at make sure his temperament is going well for him tonight. You know, because he gets a little agitated, and he likes to let you know more than usual about getting out of his way.
Oh, he's on the hot streak, going back to 4th now. Looks like there's a car on his outside for a battle for 4th place, that is.
No, he just lost another position on that one.
So the 15 falls back to 4th. That was a power move taking that position away there by the 49 on that outside. That's something you don't ever see on these smaller tracks.
Yeah,
Like
and really difficult. Like I was saying, really difficult to kind of get around here. But you know, with such little banking.
Almost like they're playing follow the leader right now too.
Yeah. Well, we did just break over the halfway point, so it shouldn't be too much. You know, it's some sort of pit strategy come into play on this. You know, depending on your fuel mileage and the cautions that we have. You know, would you, as you know, somebody, let's say hanging out in the back, like That's how I hate to pick somebody out. Somebody like Waylon Turner here in the 78. You know, do you go ahead and, you know, do you pit early and, you know, see if you can outrun them later, or, you know, do you just kind of hang out here?
I think that's a tough call. I mean, if you pit early, you'll be 2 or 3 laps down, depending on the pit stop and all that. And then by the time they pit, your tires will be much older, and these guys here will have fresher tires, so they'll just run you right back down. So it's kind of a tough call.
Right. Yeah, you're right, and definitely at these short tracks, pit strategy is key, and you don't want to pit out of line. Because you start pitting out of line, you know, like you were saying, you're going to get a few laps down, and then it's a hard battle back to justify, you know, what you've done, whether 2 tires or 4 tires, and, you know, yeah, woo, man, big run there.
Or do you take the left side, or do you take the right side?
Right. Yeah, honestly, as an iRacer, when on these flat tracks, I would probably take right sides, and I'd probably ditch the lefts. Seeing that we're only got about 80 laps here in late models, normally don't burn the tires up that bad, but with as flat of a track as this is, that's hard to say. I mean, I think it'd be a kind of a discussion between them and the crew chief of how they want to handle it in the process of.
Well, why don't we take a minute with our next sponsor, the Heatwave Designs. They're also in the corner of our screen tonight, too.
Oh, yeah, and I believe Heatwave Designs, they make paint schemes, also to help other people out with their broadcasts, things like that, making all kinds of tools.
And logos.
Yeah, and trying to customize it just for you. You know, a lot of these drivers out there, they go with the iRacing one, and the other ones decide to go with a little bit extra. As you can see, I believe Nathan Bryant there, you see how he's kind of got that holographic numbers there that look real good on the side of the car. I kind of like that. Oh, man. Yes, Darren is not liking how he just took that place from him. So, yeah, I think there's going to be a good run in here. I think Darren might have to definitely fight back for that. As you saw, he was kind of battling up there with Cody Nelson for the lead, and he's kind of fallen off here. You think he might be dealing with a little bit of tire wear issue?
Yeah, I think he abused his tires. It looks like the 49, though, he has saved his tires, and he's running these guys down. He took 3rd away, now he took 2nd away, so he ain't too far back from the leader.
Yeah, and a shout out to Cody Nelson there for being able to hold his tires out and stay out front. I mean, he's been going here. He hasn't pit at all this whole run. Nathan Bryant did pit on lap 11, so his tires will be 11 laps fresher, you know, in case he got in a little bit of a tangle up there. But yeah, you can see he's getting ready to run him down here a little bit, and we might have a new leader here in a couple of laps.
You know, that could have been the key to victory, too, if the 49 took tires and the other guys stayed out. You know, 11 laps, that's a huge difference on these tires.
Oh yeah, it is, and it's. I'm curious to see if Nelson can really hold him off here, because he's definitely looking in the rear view and wondering, you know, can I hold this guy off? As you see, it looks like he might get ready to make a move, but not quite yet.
One thing for sure, though, they got to worry about the stop car in front of these two. Where's the stop car going to go?
Yep.
Lap traffic is always can make or break.
Man. Yeah, and having to ride high up the track. And that's why I was kind of keeping an eye on Nathan Bryant here, is he's been riding a little higher than everybody else. And I'm wondering if, you know, if that was what was helping conserve his tires getting around here. But now he's trying to take that low line there on Cody Nelson and try to take away his option that he's been using all night.
It's almost like he's trying to diamond it into the corner, like you see at Martinsville with some of the NASCAR Cup drivers. Chase Elliott comes to mind. He always tries to diamond it in. Looks like that's what the 49's trying to do, is go up high then cut down low to try to get a good run off.
Right. And as you were talking there about pit strategy, now you can see all of a sudden that we're falling behind, And he's now and Cody Nelson's now having a pit, as Nathan Bryant will now be your new race leader. So now does he have enough fuel to make it to the end? And does Jeff Clifton have enough to keep running him down? Because Clifton pit on lap 2. So whether he got tires, maybe not. Whether he got fuel, a slight top off would be a smart move. But do they have enough to run them down? Or are we going to see the rest of the field pit at the same time?
Yeah, I'm not sure what their fuel is set on. I know most leagues do around 60 to 65%, but I'm not for certain what this league has their fuel percentage on.
Yeah, with this being the first race, they'll probably dial it around a little bit. I believe there were talks of 60%, and then there were sometimes 100%. But these late models, best case scenario, maybe 50 laps on a track like this, and then
they could push it to 75.
Oh, and that's without clutching it in.
Yeah, that's another thing. That brings up a good point. You know, you can clutch these cars and really coast in the corners and save laps, especially at these smaller racetracks.
Yeah, and we got a lot of guys getting around here, as it looks like Darren is about a lap down now. So he may have Darren pit on lap 57. And then I believe Warner's pit on lap 11. So yeah, and Nelson pit on lap 58. So we're kind of curious to see how these guys, if they're able to kind of battle back here and get their way back up front, and see if they can kind of get it, because now they're kind of on the back foot with Cody Nelson here. Thomas, Holland, and Darren are all now a lap down. So that's your 5, 6, and 7. A lap down. But man, it's tough. It's tough here in the late model league here. Wow. Yeah, which reminds me. Yeah, I was gonna say, which reminds me, in the late model league, that we have something that some admins just can't do without. And I think we're gonna hop to commercial here in just a second. We'll be right back. Alrighty, and that's a shout out from Admin Box there. The cool little boxes that sometimes iRacing doesn't always get the races right, and admin, if they want to run heat races or things like that, or kind of stage races, the admin box will help you throw out cautions, kind of wave black flags and things like that. I personally don't have one. I've talked to a lot of people that do have one, and they say that's one of the boxes to get. So as we're taking a quick look here at Darren, still a lap down, still kind of trying to work his way back up there. I know another name we need to look at is Cody. Let's see where Cody's at. There he is, Cody Nelson. So he's definitely got to be liking those fresh tires. Coming back out here and looking at Bryan. So he's looking to get his lap back. So the big question now is Nathan Bryant in the lead with 12 to go. Can he hold out? I don't know. I wish I had an answer. I kind of watched them practicing around a little bit, and these guys are kind of bumping and banging around during practice, kind of having some of them going to the backup car. And I don't. Oh boy, as he turns them around.
Ooh, he just got right into his.
Heavy contact there by the 49 as he
Wow.
got hit by the 15, I believe.
Wow. Not what you want to see there. What you want to see. Oh yeah, big damage left rear.
Yep.
Wow. Boy, he's not going to be happy about that. I know racing's racing, but you kind of know better when you got guys on new tires and guys on old tires. So now, here's another one. We got 10 laps to go. Figure we got a couple caution laps because of some lapped cars. Come in, fix the damage. I think it'd be suicide not to try 4 tires and give this one another run. But this will then, once again, put them on a level playing field, so to speak. Because, you know, the one that just kind of, Nelson kind of turning them around there. Really, I mean, is a heartbreaker. You know, because now he should be back on the lead lap. And now, you know, it may have a chance of leading this race if he can get sliced through these other ones of Jeff Clifton, Waylon Turner, Matt Zaccardo, and Nathan Bryan is still hanging out in the 4th position there. But with him in pit, we'll see where he ends up here. Man, I just don't know about how I felt about that move there. Yeah, he kind of got to the inside of him, kind of turned him around, and I just don't know. I just don't know about that one. Yeah, interesting here. It looks like somebody out there might have an admin box. As we rolled those laps down back to lap 69. Let's see if we can check on Clifton here. See if maybe that's some of the tumble we're having here. Somebody has kind of a lap down. Yeah, and then they went to 70. So, yeah, they may not be counting some of these laps here on caution here in the final stages of the race, I guess, to try to get everybody clumped up here. Yeah, I mean, a lot of hard racing out here tonight, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, I have to agree. 7 car, he goes to get his lap back now, and looks like it's 48 and 15 is going to start in the front row for this restart.
Man, they've all been pretty clean and passing each other very well tonight, except for this last one. But after we going under caution.
One thing I would keep an eye on is that 45 to try to take it 3 wide into turn 1. He might try to stick his nose down in there if he gets a good restart.
Yes, here they go back on the green flag with 9 laps to go. 15 car Clifton definitely hanging out there in front, but boy, he's got fresh tire guys behind him. Oh boy, as the 48 takes that dive to the inside. Oh man, it's Matt Zaccardo. Yeah, definitely makes that move.
Oh, he got pushed too high up.
They still stay side by side. No, the 48 clears him on the front stretch here.
Yeah, great move. Great move. I do like that. Kind of keep him honest, ride him up a little bit, and then take advantage. Now the key is to drive away, as Matt Zaccardo is the one leading the race here with 8 laps to go. Jeff Clifton in 2nd, and Waylon Turner, I believe they're in the 78, hanging out there in 3rd.
Oh, did you just see he went down below the yellow line?
Ah, you can still go below the yellow line as long as there's no passing.
He went down.
Oh man, as they're starting to spread out here a little bit. Wonder if we got a caution.
Ooh.
Yeah, 15 might fix a little bit of that damage. Wow, yeah, it's hard to say what happened there. I'd kind of think you'd see tire smoke or something. You know, something happened there.
I didn't see anything.
All right, yeah, we appreciate everybody coming out here and joining us tonight here at 10-4 Broadcasting. I know we got Edward Marshall out there. Let's go Evan and let's go Nathan. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and go in the chat. Tell us what you guys think, what you want to see. The admins also read too. So, you know, if you think these guys need more laps, if you think, you know, fast repairs, things like that, more sets of tires, as you kind of see them pitting here and there, you know, go ahead and give these guys a shout out. And if you're a fellow iRacer, I mean, they're always looking for more drivers out here, and you know, you'll be able to kind of pull around the track with the rest of these guys. That you know, I'm sure these guys are having fun. A couple of these cautions, you know, make it a little difficult, but it definitely changes your strategy throughout the race.
And 10-4 Broadcasting just hit 1,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah.
This week, yeah.
Yeah, big milestone for us here at 10-4. And we thank every one of you who decided to subscribe and watch all of our streams. We do stream all sorts of the ones here. Late model, we have modifieds. We'll have the big show running on Saturday. That can somewhere be between trucks and Indy cars is what we did last time. So we have a plethora of different vehicles that we take a peek at with a lot of these guys. So, you know, yeah, it all depends. You know, yeah, I prefer if everyone comes in, tunes in, and listens to us, you know, while go through these races here every night. But, you know, some people like, you know, have a certain car they like to see. Some people are more Indy drivers, and I understand that. I mean, who doesn't like cars that go another 40 miles an hour faster with open wheels? All right, as we're getting stacked up here, double wide again. Looks like we'll have 8 to go on the green flag. So, I don't want to make the commentators curse, but do y'all want to make your call? Who might take this one away?
Ooh.
I will say Nathan Bryan and Cody Nelson are starting side by side. I think that may be your race to watch here. I don't know if there's going to be some bad blood here right in the beginning. So back under green flag. Oh no!
No,
Man.
I was
78.
just about to say like 48, but ooh, that's a big time wreck right there.
Wow. Yeah, the 78
that is
just
not
got
what you want to see.
got a little overzealous on that one. Wow. Wow, not good. We're gonna take you to commercial, and I'm actually gonna try to pull up a replay. Alrighty, welcome back everybody, and we got this slightly here. And we'll take a look and see what exactly happened to 78 here. Kind of give it a slow-mo, because it looks like he came around the turn, and I think he may have sidestepped the clutch, and you'll just see it kind of kick out. Man.
He just went right into him.
Yeah, I don't think the 78 expected the 7 to be on the inside of him and thought he had some room. Wow, as it picks up the butt end of the car there. Yikes. Yikes, not good. All right, let's get us back to where we're supposed to be. Man, look at that. Gotta love that part. Getting us back on. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of a hiccup there, but like I said, this is the debut start, first race for all these guys, so it's a feel-out process. The key is not to destroy each other in the process. It looks like, I believe, yeah, we should have Cody Nelson and Nathan Bryan next to each other. So it was good to see their restart was clean, but I don't know how long that'll last. You know, but between these two, like I said, Cody Bryan was leading a good part, kind of waited his time, and then just got unfortunately turned around. Yeah, should be 1 to go. As I was saying, at a time like this, man, I would definitely be super antsy. So, I mean, I really can't blame the 78 car there. I mean, you know, you're really excited. You want to get pushed through. You know, you want to get out in front, and then, man, you're just a little too fast, a little too much, too soon. So, hopefully everybody kind of learn from that one. I believe Waylon Turner will kind of probably start from the back on that one. He'll probably go EOL and end the line. So.
Looks like the lights are off on the car.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited about that. That means we'll be back on the green flag. I'm not much of a fan for iPacing, but that does give us a good chance to give our shout out to Heatwave Designs and the other sponsors that we have running here.
RacingSchool.net and Admin Box.
Oh yeah, like I said, go check out that racing school, because I mean, I'm thinking about checking it out right after this race, because I've got to know.
I think we need a field trip.
Oh yeah, man, I was gonna say we'll kind of play rock paper scissors to where we start.
But we're back green. How many to go?
I believe we have 6 laps to go.
Yes.
As you can see, Cody Nelson goes ahead and slides his way up in the 2nd position. Nathan Bryant kind of still hanging out there in the 4th. Matt Sicardo going ahead. He made that move earlier before the caution, staying out in the lead and starting to really put some distance. This is going to make Cody Nelson nervous here, as he's fallen back by about half a second. So he's gonna hopefully kind of get this line here before Jeff Clifton decides to dive here on his inside. Wow, yeah. All right, John, what are you thinking here, bud?
That 7 car really made up some room, but here comes that 15 on the inside, trying to make a move on the inside, and all that's going to allow to do is 48 to drive away, and he wants to see that side by side, but it's not happening for him yet.
Right, but that 15 cutting low is definitely taking away that race line from Cody Nelson in the 7 there. So he wants that low line, but 15's kind of keeping his nose out there and not taking it. So the key would be is right there, yeah, kind of stay on the inside of the 48. Oh man, as he got in a little too hot. Slid up that track, as Nathan Bryan is definitely going to try to capitalize, as we might. All right, yeah, 15 staying conservative, kind of dropping back rather than sending it 3 wide there in the turn 1.
This is what the 48 wants. These two to stay side by side for a second. He can pull away.
There you go. As you see Nathan Bryan going ahead and making a little touch move there on Cody Nelson, letting him know, you are not going to pass me this time. So yeah, kind of ride him up the track there a little bit, slow him down, and like you were saying, kind of triangulate that turn, kind of push him up that track, take that position, and go ahead and taking it from there. But man, yeah, as we're getting ready to cross the start-finish line, and the white flag should be flying, as Matt Sicardo going ahead and pulling away, still got that half-second lead. Oh man, as these guys are definitely going to try to push. Nathan Bryant goes ahead and capitalizes, taking spot number 2. Cody Nelson having a fight, holding into that 3rd position. But man, Jeff Clifton is not going to let him have it. But he's pushing as you go, and we cross the finish line. All right, as Matt Sicardo wins the 1st race of the season with Nathan Bryan in 2nd, and I believe Cody Nelson holds Jeff Clifton off for
Did you just...
the 3rd.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a little touch there. Let him know he was there. But man, kind of a good race, bud. That was a good side-by-side racing out of those two. So nice to see those guys aren't too sour about each other. But nice to see Nathan Bryant actually coming from that one spin out from a few laps down and actually making something of it.
Yeah, I think he needed a couple more laps there, and he would have got by the 48 possibly. He just ran out of laps, I think.
Yeah, and that was definitely a kind of a battle there, man. They're right there toward the end. As not, Sicardo pulled away by half a second and really rocked out and pulled their way on through. And we'll let these guys kind of get some of their burnouts done, get some of this stuff out of their system, and see how many of these guys are how they feel about that. Because man, that was tough racing right there toward the end.
Is he done with his burnouts?
I believe so, and I am working on trying to get some of these guys here and into the booth. All right, I believe we've got everybody. Kind of taking a peek there as we're going to go ahead and see if we can have a little chat with Cody Nelson here. Alrighty, Cody Nelson, the 7 car. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Oh man, what a race that was right there toward the end. Did you think Jeff Clifton was going to take you out on take you on the inside?
I knew he wasn't going to take me, but I had a feeling Nathan Bryan gave me a little bump, and I just didn't even want to fight for the position because honestly, I didn't even feel like I didn't feel like I deserved to be there.
Yeah, we kind of saw a little bit early in the race that maybe something happened when you got new tires. You kind of got under Nathan Bryan there, and you got turned around. Do you have a brake lock up, or were the tires not seat, or was he just starting to get loose in front of you?
So I studied him a couple of laps as I was reeling him in. I noticed he was running through, especially through 3 and 4, where I ended up finally making the move. But he was running his line high above the dotted white line, so I just tried to keep it tight, and ended up being a racing deal, I guess is the way it's judged. But I mean, it's a crappy deal all around on that.
Yeah. I mean, it was still a tough race. And not much banking really to this track. You were really having to kind of fight it around there. You did lead a good bit of laps there toward the front, and actually kept your car pretty clean until the pit stops. What was the hardest part you were having trouble with on this track?
I wasn't really having much trouble at all. I could have kept lighting if I decided to take fuel on that first pit stop, but I drew a blank. I should have just went in, taken fuel, and dealt with it at that point. But all the other guys that took fuel didn't have to stop. I had to make that unscheduled pit stop on green, go down a lap, and tried to fight to get it back and hope for a yellow, and that incident happened.
Yeah, and it kind of stinks always being part of a caution. You kind of feel bad about what happened and things like that. And I mean, everyone understands this being the debut race here. Everybody's kind of getting good feel out for everybody. Have you raced with any of the other drivers on the track before?
The only person I've ever raced with is Jeff Clifton, and we've had some pretty good side-by-side battles and some total modified leagues that we've been in. And yeah, so it's pretty much like you said, and all new people, new faces. And at the same aspect on that incident, Nathan could have given a little extra room knowing I was on fresh tires, and he would have probably ended up winning the race because there probably would have never been a caution,
Yeah. We were wondering if there was going to be any bad blood there right there on the restart with the two of y'all side by side. So I saw he came up and gave the side of your car a little of a kiss there, but I mean, it's all part of racing there, bud.
That's why I just let him go and took the 3rd place, and that's it. Go on to next week.
All righty, yeah, and we'll be excited to see you next week. Yeah, in the process, I was going to say, you did place a 3rd position. So, I mean, I know you were hoping for more, but, I mean, what could you, other than fuel, I mean, is that all you could think you could have done different?
Yeah, if I took the fuel, probably could have stayed out front. I gapped the field out instead of riding and just trying to save a little bit of tire in case anything came to it. And had pretty solid run going, but like you said, fuel, bad choice, bad call. It happens. Learn from it, move on.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, but hey, 3rd place finish, that's not bad. That's still a podium. Great way to start the season. But we'll give you an opportunity here right at the end if you want to give any shout-outs.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate you guys broadcasting, Jeff putting the league on, and Heatwave Designs for the sponsorship on the car and all that. And look forward to next week. Thanks, guys.
All righty. And that is Cody Nelson in the 7 car placing 3rd. And man, what a run he had. But I was going to say run actually coming from getting spun out and fighting toward the front. I believe John might have Nathan Bryant there. All right, Mr. Bryan, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey Nathan, way to bounce back to finish 2nd tonight. What did you need more out of your car to get that victory that you was looking for?
I don't know. I mean, if I had a couple more laps, I probably would have caught back up to the lead there. But obviously, I was running in first for good 20 laps. I don't know. I don't remember what lap it was. Maybe 68, 69. And then lap down car came up into me. And then obviously we had the incident on the other restart. So I mean, I think we would have had the win. But I guess just my luck to get shafted like that.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks because you definitely had the lead and the lap car took you out, but at least you finished 2nd. and he did come back from a lap or two down, I believe he was. And I also think I agree with you that if you had more laps, you would have came out victorious tonight. But ultimately, that didn't happen. Next week though, you got another track. Are you looking forward to it? You think you got a good chance next week?
I've yet to look at the schedule to know what next week is, but I don't know. These cars are fun. Seems like the tires don't really wear off too bad, so it's usually pretty easy to stay consistent. Obviously, if we don't have the issues we did today, I think we have a good chance at winning some races.
Man,
Yeah,
I was gonna
definitely.
say Nathan Bryan. Hey, man, I believe I remember you from the last open wheeled race. This will be your second place finish this week, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sick of second place.
I don't blame you, bud. Holy cow! I mean, it is second place, and don't think of it as first loser, so to speak. I mean, you did beat 8 other drivers to get where you were here tonight, and even through adversity with Cody Nelson kind of getting under you and turning you around, you did play second, bud. I mean, you got to be proud about that part.
No, definitely. I mean, I guess I'm more happy about the second place the other night because that was a phenomenal race with Caden. I mean, I'm happy with the second with obviously how the end of our race went. But I mean, I'll remember these things. Yeah.
I love it. I love a good rivalry right at the beginning, bud. Never forget. So yeah, man, what a great run from you tonight. I like seeing what you guys had to offer, and I believe it looks like New Samaria Speedway on June the 3rd. Have you ever raced there before?
Yeah, I think I have in the tour mods. It's a fun track. I don't know how it'll be with these cars. I know it's got some good banking in the corners. This track's obviously a lot longer and open. We'll see what we can do.
Awesome. Yeah. And I was gonna say right here at the end, you know how we always do it here at 10-4. You want to go ahead and give any shout outs to any of your buddies out there?
Yeah, I'll shout out my normal sponsors. I mean, I have a Heatwave Designs paint tonight because I figured I would support the league, I guess. But Thermal Foams, Hanes Supply, Buffalo Concrete, Don's Welding, Buffalo, I already said that. Don Adams Hack for my normal paint schemes. Double Clutch, my girlfriend, any family, friends watching. And obviously, thank you to you guys for broadcasting this, and thank you to Jeff for getting this league going.
Alrighty, and we appreciate you coming on here, Nathan. Thanks again.
Sounds good. I'll see you guys in Victory Lane next week.
Yep. Oh, you're all right. That's what I like to hear. All right, and that is Nathan Bryan, your second place finisher here tonight. And man, he keeps getting so close, and I think he's ready for people to start looking at his rear bumper and getting clear track in front of him. He had a great race with Caden Tufts in the open turd modifieds, and man, it's just unfortunate, how his night went here tonight, but still a great second place finisher. And I believe Miss Kathy.
You can hear
Oh, yeah.
you can hear the frustration in his voice.
Oh, absolutely.
The poor guy.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I wish I could place, consistent even top threes, All right, and we got Matt Zaccardo, our race winner here tonight. Wow, Matt, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All righty, guys, take it away.
Hey Matt, how did you feel for your first win, your first night in this league?
I felt good. I was happy I got the win. I didn't think I was gonna get back up to the front when went green so long there, but hey, it worked out.
And did you have like a strategy with your tires, with fuel?
I didn't really know we were gonna need fuel until Jeff said something at the first caution. So when the second caution came out, I went and took fuel and tires. I just, I took them whenever that second to last caution there came out, and nobody else seemed to. And I got a good start and got through to the lead, and then I saw Jeff pit for his tires, and I figured I'd have to get going real quick there on that next start. And it was kind of a mess and worked out.
Were you glad they were behind you in that mess?
Definitely, I would have been right in that if I would have started back there.
How do you feel about starting, like, going into this whole season? Obviously, with the first win.
That's good. I definitely didn't expect to win. I mean, I don't race these cars much. I race mostly the modifieds and SK. I don't get to race with these guys when they have their mod league because I have another league that night. But happy that got it done and hopefully good momentum going into the rest of the season.
I think New Smyrna is the next one up next for next week.
It's a good track. I was down there for about 2 weeks working on a car this winter for Speed Weeks, so should be a fun one.
Did the temperature play into your tires at all tonight?
You know, I don't think tires really wore out too bad there. I mean, that track's kind of just tough to drive, and you kind of slide into the corners and run it up, towards the outside wall and then shoot it back down. But I didn't feel like the tires wore out that bad. I mean, they may have. I didn't even look at my tire percentages after the race or any time during it, so I'm not really sure.
Is there anybody like to give a shout out to, or?
I got to thank my teammates, ZFG Sports, sponsors, Flown Trucking, EVL Auto Care, Zeem Setup Shop, and I think that's about it. Nova Glass. Yeah, that's about it, I think.
Have to look at your fire suit, right?
Yeah, I got to look at the car. I got too many different paint schemes. I don't even remember which one I got on now either.
Guys, do you got anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say here the full one trucking car. But yeah, man, what a run you had here tonight. The next track. I'm sorry to butcher it, but it looks like it's like a new, I believe a new Samarnia.
There's New Smyrna.
Yeah, Speedway. Have you ever raced there before, and how are you feeling about that track coming up?
Yeah, I've raced there a lot before in modified SK. I haven't really done much in the late model there. It'll be a pretty fast-paced race, I think. Carry a lot more speed through the corners there, a lot more banking. Don't have to run middle of the track like you do here.
Okay, yeah, because the banking's definitely a little tough on this one.
Yeah, there should be a lot better racing there. Well, I want to say there's 2 grooves of racing, but there isn't really on anything in iRacing, but a lot closer to it.
Alrighty. And we will see you next week. I was gonna say I'm excited about that. I would like to see if you can defend for the next upcoming race on June 3rd.
I'm gonna try to get back here again. So
yeah, a lot of pit strategy, a lot of driving, and you saw kind of people bumping and banging there tonight. So yeah, definitely one heck of a race you ran tonight. So yeah, appreciate you coming out tonight and here with supporting here at 10-4 Broadcasting, and. Yeah, bud. I mean, I'm excited for you, man. I'm blown away by how you were able to pull that out through the adversity that you made through on the pile. I mean, there were a couple wrecks in front of you. You were able to avoid, and you actually came out of it pretty clean.
Yeah, it worked out. I mean, I thought after I pit out of second place there when I knew we needed fuel, I thought I was done, like I said. But hey, it worked out and saved it to the end and got her done.
Alrighty. Excellent job. All right. And that might.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
Well done. Well done. All right, and that is Matt Zaccardo, your race winner tonight. And man, what a race this was. Just being able to kind of get around this track, with the lack of banking and things like that. It's definitely not easy. And you even heard some of the drivers saying with as flat as it is, it's hard to it's harder to control. But yeah, 80 laps of a brawl of most of these drivers here is just I'm excited for next week, as you can see when we see what comes up. So, but we do have Matt Zaccardo, Nathan Bryant, Cody Nelson, and Jeff Clifton, and those guys round out your top 4 here tonight. And really a lot of clean racing out of most of these guys, but I don't see that happening next week. I think that we're going to have a lot of bumping and banging and folded fenders here next week, guys.
Yeah, I agree. It sounds like second place driver, he's unhappy with his finish, but yet he's happy with his finish at the same time. So I look for him next week to be a little more aggressive to get that win he's looking for.
He definitely has a fire in him.
Yeah. It's good to see things like that, and and he was able to stay composed tonight and keep these, and kind of keep his car clean, mostly clean, but not go back and really take it out on another driver, because you see some that are just, they get upset and then put the guy into the wall whenever they meet him again, and and real veteran status and smart heads up thinking, not doing something like that, because it kind of makes you look like a not a very nice person, and no one wants to race with you after that. So want to give a last shout out to our sponsor there, Miss Catherine.
Oh, yes. We've got Heatwave Designs, theracingschool.net, and Admin Box.
All right. Don't forget to check out those websites there. Get your rear end out on the track and see how well you do. Play some lap times. Hell, even if you do it, go ahead up in our chat and go ahead and post it. Let us know what your race times are or how you feel that the racing is. And that will be it for us tonight.
But don't forget to like and follow 10-4 Broadcasting.
Yes, because we definitely love subscribers, and you can find us at any time when we're live streaming, and you can even leave us a chat there. As we are going ready to sign out, thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you again June 3rd.